Welcome to the Work in Process podcast. Thank you so much for joining me again today on this episode. And with me in the recording space, I have my very good friend and brother again, Adedokun Olajire. Ola. In talks they call him Juris. I say, they know with Juris. I wait till talks they call you.
No, some people they call juries.
Juris. I say,
For me, I they call
now when you
myself.
still did the word.
I they call myself Olajire.
Now when you still did the word.
People get different way. They go call Olire. They go call juries. They go
For one
call
person.
Ola Black.
Holy Black.
Oli Black.
Now because when you still did the word now. So good to have you. All right, so I noticed you used to make reference to a particular great man a lot, and you post him here and there. You use him. I think it's currently your profile picture, right?
Oh yeah, on my my WhatsApp profile picture.
You use this picture for a lot of things and stuff like that.
Yeah. Let's just stay.
And that's the person of Professor.
Doctor.
Doctor, is it doctor?
Is it
I
doctor?
thought it was prof. Oh, doctor.
But with the kind of work where you don't
Nah,
do,
prof. But you know, just one.
you know the academic line.
The person of what's his full name again? I think Dr. Adeshina.
Dr. Akinwumi Adesina.
Dr. Akinwumi Adeshina. He has actually been to Bowen before.
His Excellency is the President of African Development Bank.
Yeah. So I want to take this question from the dimension of mentorship and role model.
Okay.
Now I know there's a huge difference between someone who's your mentor, someone that's hands-on, mentor, and then someone that's your role model, meaning someone that you look up to and someone that you also learn from.
Yeah.
So a role model can, in my own opinion, can be mentoring you, but not hands-on.
Not hands-on.
So you get that kind of mentorship by observation.
Yes, but by observation.
Compared to someone who is your mentor hands-on.
Someone that you have a physical contact.
Yes, you can call, reach out
access
to
the person. Yes.
Yeah. How did you fall in love with Dr. Adeshina?
Okay, so initially, I studied cultural science in school. I never wanted to in the first place, but by virtue of divine direction, I found myself in that sphere. And there's this my friend. I think I've been calling names of my friends so much.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
This is my friend Felicia. So Felicia knew I never wanted to study agric. But guy, you found yourself here. So Felicia now said, but now that you're now studying it, your case is like the case of this man that came one time to our school for inaugural lecture. Then she was in Namak.
Okay.
Then I didn't even want to listen to what I was saying. Just leave me alone. I found myself here.
Yeah.
So, but she made that point. Like your story is like the story of this man. He said he too didn't know what to do agric economics. That's why I wanted him to be a medical doctor.
Okay.
That he just found himself there and he's happy he's there. She said the person's name is Akinwumi Adesina. But I didn't really pay attention until I got into the field of agriculture. Then I was like, Felicia, what's the name of the man you said?
You talked about that time.
So she said, then he was Minister of Agriculture during the President Olusegun Obasanjo's regime. So I went on a search. Google, I saw the things he was able to accomplish and to do. But what captivated me was his story. I read biographies a lot, so I went in search of his biographies, both the one he did by himself and I saw he also wanted to become a medical doctor before he found himself in the line of life. And I said, okay, this sounds interesting. So if someone like this can actually go this far, then my story will not be an exemption. So I started keeping tabs on him from being the Minister of Agriculture, how he changed the face of how rural farmers gets their fertilizer using USSD phone. The Android phone was not really common among the rural farmers then, and they might not, but they use all these tunnels also. But so through USSD, they were able to register themselves and make themselves available for the federal government fertilizer scheme as at then, and he recorded a huge success. So wow, I kept keeping tabs on him, his international experience. He has worked with various research institutes around the globe and with good precedents and things to show for it. So I kept following him. Then my Google history, na Akinwumi Adesina. My YouTube, Akinwumi Adesina. Just Akinwumi Adesina talk on agriculture. YouTube now will just bring everything about the man. So I will start watching from where YouTube brought it out. I won't even know more agriculture. I just want to hear the man speak. Let me just hear what he wants to say. From there, then there was one of the testimony he gave in Redeemed Christian Church of God about how he started. Very humble beginning, how he met his wife and everything, and how God actually helped him. I said, come, I have to follow this man and just learn from him. Then, after some time, the Africa Development Bank came to pick this man up from Nigeria. He should come and be their president. Man, I was so angry, but it was a promotion for him.
He was no longer the minister then?
Yes, he was no longer. Immediately he finished his tenure as minister, they selected him to become a president. The vote was done, and he became the president for the first, I think it's 4 or 5 years tenure. Then they needed to change arm again. They wanted to elect another, but they said he should continue. And at that point, I was already flowing, like, yes, he should continue.
You're no more angry at the took away from
No, let my father continue. He should continue, Jerry. Let my mentor continue. And the election was done again, unopposed. He won again. So this is like the second tenure. I think it should be the last tenure, because maybe it's just 2 tenures. That's 8 years. So he has been in that office for 8 years, doing great things and opening Nigeria, Africa up to great opportunities. But one thing that struck me from all he has done is that you can change the dimension of your career, in the sense that he did agricultural economics and majored in developmental economics. He just brought agriculture to the limelight. Many of us think agriculture is for the old people who go to school like that. This man made agriculture so enticing by his words, by his deeds, by the things he has done in the agricultural sector. He brought data, statistics, and value into agriculture to the extent that if you are not agriculturally inclined and he talks to you, David, you want to go into agriculture. Imagine, my mentor said, the agricultural sector of Nigeria will hit 1 trillion. I forgot, is it billion or naira? 1 trillion in the year 2030 or 2050? Your year will stand. That means there is market for anything agriculture that you want to sell, because people must always eat. He is still the same person that drove the initiative of including youths into agriculture. Many youths want to put on tie and every other thing, but he opened our eyes to see that no, we can't leave agriculture in the hands of the old ones. Agriculture can be enticing to youths. That is not necessarily you hold hoes and cutlass. Mechanization is there. This man gave us the mentality of commercializing agriculture. That like the only way to go is commercializing agriculture. He just made it like that, bringing in economics, statistics, and data and value into it. And we work with figures. You know, we work with figures. So when men see numbers and figures, they reason properly and say, okay, this thing is doable. Let's implement it.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, I've not worked with him personally,
Yeah.
but I believe I never knew anything about African Development Bank until he got there. And majority of people I know never knew anything that there was anything called African Development Bank until Akinwumi Adesina got there. The thing was lying low until he got there. He brought that bank to limelight, got investment from different parts of the world, brought into Africa, and his major aim is to develop Africa. He has the heart for the continent. He has a heart for the continent. I've read and I've seen a lot of backlashes from people to him about him during that time of his second term, going for the second term as the Africa. Yes, there was a motion not to allow him go again because there were cases that were dug up against him by by the United States government. I don't know how true is that. I don't know if it is true or not, but there were rumors and clamors about that. But when somebody is doing well, let his work
will speak for him.
Speak for him. I think he won the case and every other thing. He's there doing the
doing amazing stuff. I'm even watching something about him now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but let me ask you this question. What are the three major things, right, that you have learned from him that you would like to teach us? Like three major things that you have learned from him about life, maybe it's in your industry or something, but three major things about him that you have picked and you like to share with us.
About one thing is, like I said, he brings things to concepts like ideas. And, there's a difference between idealization and concepting the idealization. Like bringing the ideas to concept for everybody to be able to buy
the
idea.
Yeah.
When someone carries a vision like this, he gives to Akinwumi Adesina. He puts it in a way that everyone buys into the vision. You will buy into the vision. So I don't know. That is one thing I have learned from him. And I think if you go into leadership, into business, as a leader, you must be able to sell visions. What this man sells is vision. He sells the vision of Africa being able to feed herself. Sold it to different heads of states and presidents, and they are buying into it. Different research institutes, different banks investing into it, and they are buying into the vision. Yes, there are things they also gain from it, but the vision, the aim of the vision must also be achieved. So I've learned that wherever you are, you have a vision, you should be able to sell it. Another thing is invest in yourself. When you hear him speak, when you hear him talk, when you hear him address assembly, my God, you will know that this one has actually worked on himself. So don't play with the place of personal development. If you know God has called you into ministry, work on yourself in line of ministry and otherwise and things around you. You know God has called you into talking, public speaking. There are books on public speaking. You see, mastery of what you do matters, or mastery of what you are called to do matters. This man understands mastery of economic development. Mastery of what you do matters. From him, I've learned that you just need to invest in yourself, and whatever you are given to do it well. You do it well. So invest in yourself. Know how to sell your vision to people, and he's a believer. If there's any other thing I know, he's a
Yeah.
believer. He's a believer.
So those are the major things.
Yes, those are the major things I've actually learned.
All right. Do you see yourself filling up some of his shoes?
Yes, actually, yes, I see myself not filling up one of his shoes,
like some of his, like occupying, maybe let's say
because positions.
I want to say maybe let's say because he's the Minister of Agriculture.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to becoming the Minister of Agriculture?
Yes.
Then afterwards, you will be like, okay, African Development Bank.
Nah, if not African Development Bank, something go back. United Nations.
I know. I mean, also after African Development Bank,
you are now Food and Agricultural Organization. Yes.
Okay.
We have majority of Africans and Nigerians doing great things.
At the FAO.
Yes, United Nations. We have convo airline there in the World Bank and World Trade Organization. Yeah. And other things. So we should also aspire to be great and do good things. It's one of the people out there that are not swelling the name Africa or the name Nigeria. Yeah. So they are flying our flags high.
Yeah.
The truth is everyone wants to even come around the heads of state.
Yeah.
You need to go to YouTube, watch discussions, him addressing assembly, the World Food Prize, he has won it. He won and donated the money back into our cultural research. Imagine.
Wow. What a man.
Yes, what a man.
All right. I guess we have come to the end of talking about this man.
So you came to the end.
He's a really amazing man. I like what I'm watching about him.
Yes, he's with his signature bow tie.
Okay, but you know they use bow tie now.
No, nothing fit you. Me they wear the bow tie, man go they wear long tie.
All right,
signature bow tie.
So finally, what would you like to say about selecting a role model to our listeners or to the listeners of this podcast in general?
Okay, first, there's nothing new under the sun. Like Solomon said, for you to select a role model or a mentor, because even your role model mentors you one way or the other. Yeah, because there are some things I've seen him do that I try to incorporate into my life because it has worked for him. It should work for me too. So he is very learned. He studies wide. There was one of his videos I saw, and as at 12 something a.m., he was preparing a presentation to address, I think, the Prime Minister of Italy. Yes, he was going to European Union. Okay. So he was preparing a paper. So I think he just finished going through the paper and said, okay. He was just saying it that it's 12, so okay, it's a wrap. So let's let everybody go and rest. So it's just you know that kind of thing. You know it is not staged. The way you stood up, you show that this one has been sitting for long and you walking. The way you stood up, adjusted his goggles and the papers and packed it and just walked away. Yeah. It's just that he needs to go and rest because the following video and also so that he was making a presentation or he had an assembly to address. So you need to choose a mentor in line with what you have been called to do. So that means you even have to know yourself or know what interests you or what God has called you to do, purpose or calling, before you pick somebody to be your mirror or to be your mentor. Example, Samuel was to be a prophet, had to be under an Eli. The disciples were to become apostles. They had to be under a Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Elisha, Elijah. Elijah was once a farmer but had a calling to be a prophet, so he had to follow an Elijah. Like that. You see different people. Apostle Paul was a lawyer he had a teacher, Gamaliel,
Gamaliel.
and that one too was a lawyer. We never saw Apostle Paul, a lawyer, going to Peter to learn. So you just know what God has called you to do and look for men. And God can even direct you to men. God can direct you to men. My soul was just so
connected. Basically, you guys have like a bit of similarity in your story at the initial stage.
Yes, my soul was also connected to him, and I'm going to follow after this man, and let's see what God can make out of it.
Okay, so finally, encourage somebody out there listening to this podcast. I don't know what to do with my life. I'm tired. I'm fed up. I've been trying. I'm not sure if this is my purpose. I don't really understand life. Do I really need to go through this to be successful? I'm stressed.
Yeah.
It's painful.
Yeah.
I'm just saying a lot of things that people are going through out there. And you're in the shoe to encourage them and say something to completely.
I should say something sweet.
Not something sweet, something to just encourage them, something, tangible.
Let me say the truth.
Yeah, please do say the truth.
I've gone through it at some point. You see, it's in phases. Life, like Bishop David Adedokun will say, life is in phases, men are in sizes. So it's a phase of your life, and you have to figure it out. Like I said, at some point you will need help. Don't refuse help. If the help does not come to you, you go for it. Do you understand? It's just the truth. It might sound as if I'm not encouraging the person. What is this one saying? Guy, go for the help. Go for help. You are tired. I was once tired. I went for help. I went to Dr. Henry and he spoke words to me, and okay, let's see. I tried it out, and here I am. The exam has gone a couple of years back and I did not fail it. Sure, you understand?
Yeah.
So go for help. God has positioned people to actually help us. We only fail to see the help. Don't be depressed and keep to yourself. It's dangerous. Before you know it, you become suicidal. It's always a process. I'm tired, I'm fed up. I cannot take it anymore. Is it even necessary? Then you start.
People are looking down on me.
You start questioning yourself. And is it even worth it? Is success even worth it? The pain of not trying to be successful is more than the pain you feel for even actually trying. To be successful is not easy. It's just the truth. I was telling my junior brother a few days back. I said it in Yoruba. I said, Atijeyan koron. To become a person in Yoruba, it's not easy. If you want to become successful, it's not easy. Ask men who have become successful. There are times, Vusi said at some point in his life he was in debt, but he was still appearing in front of the cover paper of Forbes. I laughed. He said he was in debt to the teeth.
Wow.
But it was like, successful men also go through it. It's a phase. So relax. Don't kill yourself. Go for help. It's just help you need. Number one, ask God for help. Number two, you can ask God to direct you to people to help you. Or you locate people that can help you. I know it's difficult opening up to people majority of time, but I'm telling you, there's some at a particular time or at a particular level, it's the only option. It is the only best and possible option. Number one, because telling it out to somebody eases you of a particular burden. Then getting a feedback, and there are people that even walk you through the processes of the change. So what you need is you pray. If you are looking for God's plan and purpose for your life, the only person that has it is God. And there are different ways. Number one, might be through your talents or your interest.
Mm.
Have you done a sort of self-awareness? Okay, what gets me excited? What do I really like doing? What do I even want to do? Something starts from the question, what do I want to do in my life? And then you pick a paper and a pen and you start writing things out. Now, there are people that have even answered how to discover God's plan and purpose for your life. You might not be lazy, but you might not just have found the right materials that can help you out. Read books. Discovering God's plan and purpose for your life. Another way to discover God's plan and purpose for your life is studying the Word of God. As you study the Word of God, the Holy Spirit ministers to you and every other thing. Don't dwell on what you are going through. When you stay there, it starts weighing you down. Look for solutions. I am tired, then you now stay. I'm tired. I'm depressed. Life is doing this. But live where you are. Live where you are. I'm not saying leave a particular position. The state of mind, leave that particular state of mind and look for help. I was once there. I was praying to God, which course should I study in school? For 3 years, I did not enter school. I thought my life would have ended. I beg, what am I even doing with my life? My work was solid. My jam, I was passing, no admission. But I was asking God, what's your purpose for my life? What's your plan for my life? There are some things that come to your life that actually comes to move you close to God. So why not just stand up and do something? Get close to God. Pray. Believe God. Study. Read books. I learned how to read books while asking God for what I should study in school or what I should do with my life. I learned how to read books. As I was reading, interesting. Wow. Let me go for another one. I started devoting books. I started developing my libraries. Before you know, things started taking form. Nobody helped me through this process. Not even my parents knew what I was going through. Not even anybody. But I was getting tired and frustrated with life. But I got books, I read, I prayed. And do not isolate yourself is another thing. If there's a fellowship, join. If there is a cycle with right principles, right values, join and see how your life will take a different shape. Because if you keep staying there and keep saying, I am tired, it's only me, am I the only one? Why is this so hard to be successful? Number one, the bitter truth is it's not easy to be successful. So if you want to pick your stress, pick your struggle, the struggle of poverty or failure or the struggle of success, and know that even success has its own principles, that even failure is a part of principle for success. So don't be saying I want to be successful, then you fail once, then you're not saying failed. I'm not. When you pick up and start again till you insist till you get it right. That's actually my word for the season. Is insist. I insist till I get this thing and till I get it right. Till I the main aim, be optimistic. God has a plan for you. You see, you might say you are saying God, you are saying Holy Spirit. It's what helped me. That's why I'm saying it. And it's helping me till now. There's a plan. When you know there's a plan, you will take action. There is a plan. God has a plan. So whatever I'm feeling right now is just a phase. It will pass. These too shall pass. It will pass. But don't stay and say it will pass. It's not like somebody that is looking for work and sleep on the bed and say work will come now. But I believe God go they laugh you. Stand up, dress up and look for work. Look for work. You want to be successful, it's difficult. Keep trying. You are looking for God's plan and purpose for your life. Settle down. Ask yourself questions. Self-awareness. What do I like doing? There are pointers. The truth is, there are always pointers. You might not know, but people around you know. Ask your friends sincere questions. What do you feel say I sabi do for my life? Some people might find it funny. Some of those are friends. They can be funny. you don't have
Don't
anything
do
for your
anything.
life.
Yeah.
Don't be to only chop.
Yeah.
Then you tell them, guy, I'm trying to do a sort of self-awareness
Self-awareness.
and evaluation from my friends. They'll get serious. They'll tell you, yeah, I feel this, you do this, you did this, you did this. I feel you are good at this. Then when you sit down and put those words together and introspect, you will also see that it's true, that there are some things, there are pointers to all these things that you can do. So it's just a phase. Don't get tired. Don't give up.
Wow.
Now who give up mess up, oh guy?
Hey.
Now who give up mess up?
Mm.
Now who give up mess up? Aside if na spiritual problem, even spiritual problem get solution now. Even spiritual problem they get solution. Wetin be the solution? Go meet God and pray and insist till you see the changes you are looking for. Now who give up do wetin? Mess up. Now who give up mess up?
Wow.
Even God talk am say this is not the place of your rest. Stand up. Say, and you shall break forth on the right and on the left. Because don't dwell on problems. Don't dwell on failures. I don't fail.
Wow.
Business don't fail, guy. I told you of that one now. That my potato now. That my potato where they clear.
No.
I don't tell you my potato. No, I'm not talking for you.
Okay. You can tell me that one.
Tell me. I should not say I'm no more farming. As a farmer, I should not stop business. No, now.
Wow.
People that have experienced major loss and major setback, many of them never bounced back because they dwelled on. And you know, devil likes it when you dwell. He will not start telling you, you are a failure. You can never make it. I hate that word. I hate that.
You can never make it.
You can never make it. It's when you dwell. But when Satan says that the thing pain you, you see, it pains.
Yeah.
It pains when you are looking confused. You don't know what next.
Yeah.
It seems everything just scatter.
Yeah.
It pains, but don't dwell. When the devil say you don't dwell, say he knows he has a problem. But when God sees that you are not dwelling, that you are still making efforts, even people around you say, with everything happening, this boy is saying, let's help him, let's assist. But if you dwell, you might not see him. Jesus wanted to help that man at that pool. He was still talking story.
I don't dare. Like
some people say, if na them, the angel go meet them inside that pool. Now that pool, I go they sleep every day. Jesus asked him, "You want to?" The man said, "Oh, I don't dare. I don't get anybody to help." The man stayed there for years. Dwell there.
Yeah.
Don't dwell. Don't stay.
Yeah.
Move. Take steps. Baby steps. Take baby steps. We took baby steps. I took baby steps.
Wow. All right, guys. Honestly, me myself. Yeah, we are done. Basically, I'm just rounding up. So me myself, I've been actually inspired by what you are saying.
Thank you.
Now we'll give up, mess up.
Guy,
now we'll give up, mess up. Honestly, and one thing he said that I want you to live with, as you are listening to this podcast, is he said something. Said, insist till you get it right.
Guy, insist.
Yeah.
Insist. When God sees
just keep eating it until you get it right. So be encouraged, guys. Be encouraged. Like I used to say, stay positive and be encouraged. That's my word.
And see, there's nothing wrong in seeking help. Please. I'm saying it. I don't know why I'm emphasizing on it.
Yeah.
Don't keep things that will kill you. Seek help from the right source. Actually, I know it's difficult to actually get people who are genuine and sincere that won't want to extort your weaknesses and other things, or that won't, just to say something. You go meet pastor for counseling the following Sunday. Now you
used to sermon.
I know it's difficult at some point, but man, no lies. Seek help. Ask questions.
Yeah.
Ask questions. There are ways you put your questions to be as if David, I've asked you plenty questions that addresses my issues, but the way where I put them, no be my issue, no be another, now my issue, go. But I asked you
In such a way that
you will not know that I'm the one.
Yeah.
But you
So
answered
there will
me.
be no emotional string attached to
Yes,
answering the question.
you will not be emotionally attached to answering my question. You will be plain and truthful to answer, and it has helped me. I've asked plenty of my questions regarding my life, regarding my life that I quoted in a way that it was not mine.
Yeah.
And that they helped me.
Yeah.
Ask for help.
Yeah.
And the number one person to ask for help is God.
God.
God, help me with this thing. Help me with this thing. Before you know, God will be ministering to you. Talk to this person. Ask this person something. Have you checked this material? Have you not checked this material? I enjoy help during my undergraduate project. You know, the undergraduate project is the
climax of
guys, 6 units.
Yeah.
I have to go to field. I have to be in the lab. My hostel, my room used to miss me because I will spend time in the lab and on the field, and I'll still write paper, everything.
Wow.
But I enjoyed the help from guys, people on the farm that were not students. They just help me. I say, Ola, ati buy a bomb, say, man, worry. You help me wait it.
Thank you.
Worry, mobile bag. I helped you bag it.
Wow.
I say thank you. I did not pay them. Some I'll just say, how far now? If you don't wet this thing, they remember your boy. They remember, and before you know, it starts doing the thing. Ask for help. It's not hard.
Thank you so much, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Yeah, you are a well of knowledge. Very deep man. But me, I know they do formal things with you.
Guy.
You're my guy, honestly. I'm inspired. I wouldn't say I'm blessed, but I'm blessed actually.
But we know the church.
I'm actually blessed and inspired, and I hope you guys are also blessed and inspired. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.